Thank you! We just become best friends, yup!
Michelle F. has just boarded the plane.
Thank you! We just become best friends, yup!
Itskill001 has just boarded the plane.
Thank you! We just become best friends, yup!
Marty Rodriguez has just boarded the plane.
Thank you! We just become best friends, yup!
Alfie Russell has just boarded the plane.
Thank you! We just become best friends, yup!
The Ralphio has just boarded the plane.
Thank you! We just become best friends, yup!
Airmang 10 King New has just boarded the plane.
Thank you! We just become best friends, yup!
Dove 901 has just boarded the plane.
Thank you! We just become best friends, yup!
Lee St. Laurent has just boarded the plane.
Hello. What? How's it going? So, get all that set up and going. Right, I think I'm ready. If I'm missing something, pen. Need a pen. Where's my pen gone? Shit. Lost my pen. I had one. There it is. Got it. Right. Done. Let's get into position. And we're ready to go. Where is transition? There we go. Let's do it. Ba-boom. Oh, fuck. What happened? Oh, balls that up. Hey everyone, welcome to another Fighting Fantasy fuck up. I don't know why my transition was off then. Let me do that again and make sure that's right for next time. Yeah, that's okay. That'll do. It was slightly off then for some reason. That was a bit weird. Hello everyone, how's it going? It's here again. We're fighting fantasying it. Let me turn the dungeon. Spellsinger's in straight away, first in the chat. We all are ready for some fighting fantasy action. I hope we are. Island of the Undead. This is a book here. Who wrote this thing? Is it Keith Martin? I think, yeah. Keith Martin, and it's illustrated by Russ Nicholson, and the cover illustration by Terry Oakes, which is a little bit strange. Kind of reminds me of Ghostbusters with the two dogs, and you know, it's a bit mad. I gotta say, the pictures on the back of the boys look a bit pretentious. Like, they're a bit bland and boring. What happened to the Hawaiian shirts and the beards and the mustaches? They're all clean shaven and black and white. What happened, guys? Keith and Russ, two of the greats. Yeah, this should be really good. Now, if you're wanting to buy this on eBay, you know, be prepared. They are currently being listed for anything between £60 to £110 if you want to buy this brand, like, off eBay. But completed listings in terms of what it's sold for in the past has been between 30 and 70. So, bit of a mixed bag, but still quite expensive if you're wanting to buy it, I feel, considering it says $3.99 on the back. You know, excuse me. I mean, I think I'm lucky that my copy, the spine is in good condition. You know, there. The cover has only got a little bit of a ding here, but could be a cobweb. You know, could say that. Like, it's in very good condition. I'd say this is excellent condition for myself. So I think I'm quite lucky. I have no idea what I paid for this. I have no idea where I got this, when I bought it. I've had this obviously for absolute years. You know, beyond, like, way before 2017. So couldn't tell you where it came from. How are you anyway, Spellsinger, mate? You're getting up there in the numbers on your reviews. Do you have the books that you're coming up to, that you're creeping up to the number on? It's gonna start costing, you know. Need to trim my beard. I got to see my mom yesterday. Came up Friday, you know, stayed over, and interesting it was, to say the least. But got a haircut finally, thank God, honestly. Although when I did, I took some pictures of me and my mom, you know, going around, walking around, and actually I quite liked my hair. It had this fluffiness to it, but it was a ball ache in my face, in my eyes, all. Ugh. Did not enjoy it like that, you know. You're all good, yeah? You've got up to book 50. Oh man, that's it, yeah. That's all right. Book 50. That's 3/4 of the way. This book, on the what it says on the inside, goes up to 50. But yeah, after that, dollar, you know. Don't know what Amazon's kicking off for. Adam of the illustrious hair. Yeah, I much prefer a trimmer version of me. Much prefer it. So, yeah. So don't forget August the 27th, Wednesday, 12 hours of Fighting Fantasy fun. Got like almost, what is it, 2 months away now. We're like in June the 29th, 2 months away until that live stream, which I actually am dreading. To sit here for 12 hours. I'm not looking forward to it. Like, I have done 24-hour streams in the past, and I can't do that anymore. That's a young man's game. Like, doing a 24-hour stream takes it out of you, and I've gotten to that point now, I can no longer do that. But doing a 12-hour is still quite hefty, I feel. But hopefully, with the painting, with the people, with the banter and everything, it will be okay. It'll go like that, I'm hoping. Like that. If I can get my fingers working. It's in the calendar. Brilliant. Will I have hourly breaks? Hourly breaks, mate. What kind of content is that if I have a break every single hour? Like, I think physically you're meant to take a break every 4 hours and have a little stretch and a little dance, you know. And obviously, you know, doing any type of work, you do get a lunch break. You do have like an hour maybe on a 12-hour shift. You should be like allowed an hour and a half, but I don't plan on doing that. I mean, I will obviously need to go to the toilet. I've got to work that out, duh. And I've got stuff to have me going, like videos that I can plug up and go, right, be right back, and then you guys watch this, and then I disappear, you know, because yeah, obviously I'm gonna need the toilet, obviously. Rhymester's in the house. How's it going? Who the hell is Abam? Hey, Abam. Do I look Indian? Keep your healthy hair. Spellsinger and I are jealous. Oh my god. Oh, right. Hang on. Shit. I just realized, yeah, like, you guys aren't, yeah. Sorry, that sounds like I'm gloating, like I'm showing off. Hey, guys, I had to cut my hair because it was so long and luscious, you know. I mean, my mom cut it outside, so there might be some still laying around. You might be able to come and sweep and grab some stuff. Yeah, sorry, I forgot. Like, anyway, let's carry on, shall we? There's no map in this that I could see on the inner page. I don't think there's a map at all of this book, so I don't remember any of this book, by the way. I have no idea. I don't even know what the story is. Let's have a read of the back cover. Mysterious sorcerers of Saloni Island have protected the local people from danger for many years. Now it seems their power has been usurped. Not usurped. Usurped? Usurped? Who cares? An evil force holds sway across the land. An evil that seems to hold the power over life and death itself. A gullible hero is needed. My voice is going for some reason. Man, it was fine up until literally pushing the live button. I don't know what happened. Hero is urgently needed to journey to Solani Island and discover what the hell's happened to the wizards. Dare you be that adventurer? Well, I'll have to be. No other bugger will do it. Drink a potion of throat. Yeah, definitely, man. Honestly, I think it's okay now. I think it was just a little bubble in my throat or something. I don't know. Some weirdness going on. Yeah. Turn this down a little bit. Oh, hang on. I'm missing me. There we go. I was missing me sounds. Got the deck set up. The sound system going. So yeah. Well, I was going to say what you guys up to, but that's a pointless question. Well, you're watching this, obviously. Duh. Like, it's Sunday, it's Fighting Fantasy Day, and my mind is frazzled, I think. I don't know. It's not really, but I feel like it is. And by the way, guys, I haven't been shopping yet. You know, I haven't done the weekly food shop. So, so for when we eat a meal, I've got some out-of-date cookies to get to nibble on. So, but there's only like 3 left. So we can't eat any more than 3 meals today, guys. You know what I mean? I mean, these went off like, what was the date on this thing? Do they have dates? I don't think they put dates on these things. I don't see a single date. They've covered the date, I think, with this reduced sticker, to be honest. 22nd of June is when it says. That's 7 days ago. A week-old bag of cookies is what we're eating today, guys. Do you know what? Cookies don't go out of date. Do you know what I mean? I don't think they do. Like, it's all sugar and flour, and that doesn't really go off, does it? You don't suddenly... Smells like cookies to me. We'll soon find out. Anyway. Only increase stamina by 2 with out-of-date food. My wife said, will you finish laying the patio? And I said, yeah, after we vanquish Island of the Undead. Well, tell your wife, you'll be there in 10 minutes, mate. We're going to end up getting nailed. Honestly. This, I feel, isn't going to last long. I don't know why. I don't know why. So, illustrations. Russ Nicholson is a fantastic illustrator. He's got the Hands of Glory on the inside. Keith Martin, who I believe did Vault of the Vampire as well. God rest his soul. I think he passed away. Or am I thinking of another Keith? There's 2 Keiths in Fighting Fantasy. One is a writer and one is an illustrator. One of them passed away. I think it was Keith Martin. Like a year ago, 2 years ago. And I'm sure he did Vault of the Vampire. It's Island of the Undead. So this should be good. This should be good. Whoa, I just saw a squirting octopus. What? There's a creature in here called a squirting octopus. I think Keith was watching a few triple X's when he was writing this one. Bloody hell. Right. Don't forget also, probably in a couple of weeks' time, to be honest. Let me see here. Let's have a look. So this is the last Sunday of June. Next week, like in 2 days, it's July. So let me have a look at this. So the next Fighting Fantasy stream, excuse me, is the 13th of June, meaning the Adam Plays series will have to be either June the 20th or next week. It'll have to be next Sunday or the 20th of July. The next time I do the continuation on the I don't know where the books are, to be honest. There is somewhere. Here they are. Ugh, Jack D's guarding the sorcery books for some reason. See you, Jack. So yeah, we done City Port of Traps. That needs to go back. The next one is the very first ever book that I ever bought. The 7 Serpents. I bought this before I realized that Fighting Fantasy was a thing. I got this completely separately, and thought, what is this? You know, and then my mate James at school got me into Fighting Fantasy. So, if you're watching, James, which I doubt he is, he's got a life now. Then it's all your fault, mate. This, by the way, it's all down to you, bud. You know. I read this super tough with some tricky puzzles. Oh, mate. This is the author that passed away. Okay. Yeah, it was COVID related, I think. COVID related. So, yeah. Let's get the specs of power on. Got some toothpaste on my dotted on my hands there. Okay. We're getting ready. So we got a roll for a character as well. This is not a first edition by the looks of it. First published in 1992. This doesn't have numbers that go down to 1. So these little numbers here, where it says first published, you know, if you have a 1, it's the edition. This is like the second edition of the second printing, I think. Something like that. I don't know. Monophoto. So, the printing run. Right, so we got skill, stamina, luck. They're all just a normal roll. Magic. Ooh, hello. During your adventure, you may find some magic artifacts. Although at first, you'll probably not realize they're magic, nor even be sure what they do. Such objects may give you the ability to cast a magic spell or to create a magical effect. If you find such an item, you'll be instructed. So we got a bit of magic we can use, guys. That's pretty cool. Fighting one more than creature. It doesn't look like there's any other special rules. Presents. Oh, hello, hang on. Whoa. Presents? That wasn't in the adventure sheet. Let me have a look at that again. The adventure sheet has a... No, it's not. The adventure sheet's lying to me. This is the adventure sheet. Okay, so you got your skill, you got your stamina, luck, honor. There's an honor system. There's time. There's meals, equipment list, and then possessions and enemy encounters. Whatever that is. But going through the book at the beginning, there's also a presence score. Not presents as in like Santa Claus, but presents. So hang on, let me write this down. We gotta write. Why is that not writing now? My pen's not working for some reason. Brand new pen. Come on, write. Presents. So we gotta. What the hell was that? Oh, Cold Ballistic. Good morning. How's it going, mate? Welcome in. It says there's also a box on your adventure sheet. No, there ain't, Keith. I'm sorry, there isn't. For recording your presence. Presence is a measure of your force of personality, you know, and your will to survive in the tough struggles that lie ahead. So presence is kind of like, yeah, your personality, like how strong. So basically, you know, you're gonna get like presence, eh? Like Tom Cruise will be a 10, like the top score, you know. I'm trying to think. I don't want to put anybody else. Like, it's a warm, sunny day here in the Netherlands. I think it's warm and sunny outside. I can't actually see because the curtains are shut. Well, like the blinds are, you know. But I'm glad to hear that it's warm in the Netherlands. Definitely, mate. Definitely. If your presence score is high, my voice is going again. If your presence score is high, you will create a favorable impression with some of the people and creatures you may meet. You know, you get some quiet people, you get some loud people. Presence is all a measure of that. You may also be more likely to attract the anonymity of the unwanted attention of evil, life-hating creatures and monsters. So we're gonna roll for our presence score first, guys. Let me just. Oh, which dice are we? Are we big dice, little dice? What's the score with the dice? Big dice, little dice. Restoring all that shit says magic weapons, provisions. You got 12 meals. You guys got enough meals in your backpack for 12 meals? That's a new one. Big Dice Spellsinger says, right, okay. So, presents, it says here, roll 1 die. So let's get the die rolling. Here we go. We rolled a 6. That's got to be good. Roll 1 die, then halve the number rolled. So we're on a 3 now. Thank you. Rounding fractions up. How do you get a fraction on? I suppose if you roll a 1. Okay. So we got 3. Then add 4 to this new number. So why don't you just say roll the dice and add 1, mate? That would be easier. 7. That's our new score. 7. Our presence score is 7 for whatever the hell this means. It says this score will be between 5 and 7, meaning we're topped out. We are the best personality you've ever met. Like, we're maximum personality. We're like, we got too much personality. We're like Alan Carr on speed. Okay, you know. And if you don't know who Alan Carr is, just Google it. Okay, because yeah, he's probably looking like this. Like, and that tells you straight away. Like, I don't think he closes his mouth ever. So, right. So that's that. What else does it say under restoring all this other stuff? So, yeah, 12 meals, man. That's a lot. There'll be times when you will be instructed to eat a meal, and you must eat a meal. You deduct 1 point from your provisions, but you don't gain any stamina. That's always a bullshit rule. So I lose a meal, but it doesn't favor me because the book has told me to do it. Well, if you have to eat a meal, but you don't have any meals left, you lose 2 stamina points. I seriously doubt we're not going to have meals. We've got 12 to begin with. You cannot carry more than 12 provisions at any one time. Like Robin Williams. Yeah, like Robin Williams on crack, basically. So Robin Williams from the 80s is what it means. That's what we are. Not that he was on crack specifically in the 80s. It was just the old, you know. Your present score may well change several times. It may be drained by particular attacks. Your present score may also exceed its initial value. We can but it never can go above 12. So we can go up to 12. So 12 is basically God, you know. You will start your adventure with very little equipment. You have a simple knife. We haven't even got a sword. Simple knife, a water skin. A water skin? What is that? And enough provisions in your backpack for 12 meals. You've also got some simple fisherman's clothes. Like, does he know we're wearing his clothes? Fortunately, it says, we're wearing fisherman's clothes. These are well made to keep you warm and safe from the elements, and your stout leather jerkin are as good as leather armor. Okay? I don't know what we look like, to be honest. We have the personality of the love child from Sly and Red Sonja. Yo, hey, yo. You do not possess either of the following at the very beginning of your adventure: a sword or a shield. We don't have that. We just have a simple knife. You should try and get hold of these items as quickly as possible. So we need to get a sword. You will suffer important combat penalties if you do not possess them. If you do not have a sword, just the knife, you begin your adventure. You must roll 1 die each time you manage to hit an enemy in combat. And if you roll a 5 or a 6, you have been fortunate and may deduct the usual stamina from your opponent. But if you roll 1 to 4, you only inflict 1 point of stamina. So, because obviously a knife isn't as good as a sword and shield, you know. Jeff's in the house. How's it going, Jeff? You made it, mate. You're here. That's it. We haven't even rolled for our character yet, mate, so plenty of time. We're just learning about how shit we're going to be. So we start off this adventure with a knife, okay? And if we happen to fight anybody, you do the normal dice rolling, okay? But we also have to roll an extra dice, okay? And if it is a 5 or a 6, then we can proceed, and if we've won, lovely jubbly. But that's only if we've won the attack round. If it's a 1 to 4, it doesn't matter what the dice say, we only make a 1 stamina point damage hit on our opponent. Because we're using a little scabby butter knife, basically. So, if you do not have a shield, you must deduct 1 point from your skill when fighting. Holy sh... So if we don't have a shield when we fight somebody, whatever our skill is, -1. This, we're going to die within seconds unless we find a sword and a shield. Sword and shield has got to be high on the... Ram Street's in the house. Am I late? Have we been killed? Yeah, it's game over, mate. That's it. It's already done. We've only been going for like 30 minutes. Shit. Bloody hell, 30 minutes. I better get moving here. Bloody hell. You will sometimes find treasure in the form of gold, which wasn't also on the adventure sheet. So I better put gold. How much gold can we carry? Dollar, you know. Gold or treasure. You should record these in the treasure box, which isn't on the adventure sheet, but they're saying it is again. Your opportunities for trading treasure for help and information will be very limited in the course of this adventure. Basically, I couldn't be bothered to put that in. But you should still be honest about keeping an accurate record of how much treasure you obtain. Does anybody ever do dishonest treasuring? Like, it said 3, oh, I'm just going to put 5. You know, I've never done that. Why would anybody want to do that? A special feature of this adventure is that you should always keep empty potion bottles if you manage to find magic potions. After you have drunk their contents, because the bottles may come in handy as containers later on. So make sure when you drink a magic potion that you cross the potion off your possessions list, but also keep an empty potion bottle elsewhere. So we have to obtain a empty potion bottle for just in case we run across you know, the fountain of youth or something, and we can fill her up, you know. Man, there is so much packed into this game. I'm still looking for the time when it says, because there is a time box not even mentioned. There is a time elapse, there's an enemy encounter, and that's not the encounter boxes on this page, it's a separate box here. Like, it hasn't told me anything about those two. What's going on? Hints on play. Nothing about time. I guess they'll just tell us when it's on a need-to-know basis with this book. You don't need to know, mate. It's just, you know, just play it. Yeah, nothing here. Nothing to see here. No time. Got no time to put the time in to write a time mechanic. I'll put it in the adventure sheet though. That'll confuse them all. That'll get them reading the entire book. I'll put a mechanic in the adventure sheet and never mention it again. That'll keep them going. You got one piece complete for a client. I didn't realize that. Did I say it? Ask you some. Oh, so it's Spelsinger said, yeah. For Gen Con, do the 1st of July. And another piece of art for the DCC day. Nice. Do the 2nd, preferably. Hey, pictures of your artwork in the Discord, mate. You know the score. Right, let's roll some stats. So roll 1 die. We're going to roll for skill now. Here we go. What is our character like in terms of skill? Here we go. 4, not too bad. Skill of 10. That's okay. That's a good one, that is. That's a decent score. So, oh, hang on, I've got the wrong page up here. There we go. That's better. Right, stamina time. Roll 2 dice at 12. Lucky, lucky. The fuck was that? It just killed the gauntlet. My Infinity War gauntlet just fell over. That dice roll just killed the Infinity Gauntlet. That's how badass we are. 3. So 15 stamina, guys. Yeah. Start writing the will out now, guys. If you could. I don't think this is going to be a long one. We are hardcore. Stamina of 15. I don't think we're hardcore, mate. We can't. We've got asthma by the looks of it. I mean, we got a good skill score, definitely, but 1 foot and we're like, help me. Right, luck. Please be a good luck score. 4, not too bad. A luck of 10, I like it. That'll do me. Luck of 10. I need a little table here that I can put my things on instead of reaching over like that. I don't have a little table. So, there we go. May the luck of the gods be with you on this adventure. Definitely, mate. Absolutely, definitely. Hints on how to play. Have a good character to begin with. Okay. Shyster. Well, you know what to do to start. And I'll start the time once we've read the background. So we've got a little knife, we've got a little dagger. So basically, instead of this, we've got this, okay? We haven't got a sword, we've got a dagger. So that's basically what we've got, and we need to get that. All right, we need a decent bit of wood. I mean, sword rather, not wood. I know what I mean. Hang on, I got 2 of these. I didn't realize I had 2. Got another one here. Put that one with that one. I think I use one, and then the other one is for Fighting Fantasy. And that's the way it goes. Right, here we go. The background, guys. This is what the book is about. Life isn't easy. In the small fishing towns along the coast, facing the Strait of Knives in Alancia. Man, that sounds dangerous already. The poor soil of the land, together with the heat and droughts, doesn't yield much in the way of crops to sustain life. Now, that's very creepy that this has started off with a farming little tidbit, because I've just started to watch Jeremy Clarkson's Farm Life whatever series, you know, like and now we're talking about farming. Man, I'm going to be playing Farming Simulator by the end of the week, which is today, because it is Sunday, the end of the week already. Like, I have a feeling I'll be firing up a game of Farming Simulator today. Still, it's better than living on the far side of the glimmering sea and having to suffer the predations of marauding lizardmen from the swamplands of Silurcha. And the fishing here is good. So, it's how most people make a living. In the past, howling winds whipped the sea into massive waves and whirlpools along the coastline, and violent storms could brew up in an hour or less until the wizards came to Solani Island. Sounds like I haven't got that one, Cold Ballistic. In fact, I don't know which one I've got on the PlayStation 4. I thought I had one on my Steam account, and when I looked it up, I don't have a single one. So I must have been using the Xbox Game Pass in the past. So I don't even have one on the PC, which is where I'll want to play it. But I do have one on the PlayStation, so that'll be good enough for me, to be honest. Why the magicians chose Solani as their home, no one is certain. Perhaps they liked the solitude, since they had to share their island with just a small community of monks who didn't bother them. The wizards were specialists, using the magic of the elements in their studies. They soon came to an arrangement with the folk of the fishing villages, which benefited everyone. The fisher folk left the wizards alone and kept them regularly supplied with food, wine, cloth, tools, and with those raw materials for their magical experiments. Man, this is one long ass sentence. Have you ever heard of a comma, mate? Fucking for their magical experiments which couldn't be found on the island. Then it's a semicolon. Balls of sulfur, vials of quicksilver, pure silver, and bronze. Finally, a full stop. That sentence ran for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines. That one sentence did. 5 lines. It's basically a paragraph in itself. And without a comma. No comma whatsoever. Like, except for the ones where it said food, wine, cloth, tools, you know. So basically, the wizards rocked up and the fisher folk supplied them. Why? I don't know. But it gave them everything they needed. So they were pretty nice to these wizards, the fisher folk. The villagers are poor people, and they couldn't even afford to do it, and yet they did. The villagers are poor people and normally cannot afford such rarities, but the wizards, part of the bargain, more than compensates. Should that be compensated? I think Keith's losing the plot with this book a bit. Compensates. Is that actually a word? Compensates? Am I going doolally? Hang on, let me check. How you spelling it, mate? I've never seen that word before. Compensated. Even Google is trying to say compensated. Compensated means... No, it's Google's changed it to compensated. So I think it's supposed to be compensated. Editor's error there. Doing an experimental live drawing. Cool. Hey? Doing an experimental live draw while in the Fighting Fantasy voice channel. What, right now? Are you in there now, mate? Or are you talking about the 27th of August? I'm confused, mate. Let me get back to the book. Right. So compensates for them offerings. In return, the wizards use their power to calm the elements. Right. So, fisher folk wanting to go fishing, but winds are howling and it's all rocky. Oh, we can't fish here. You know, Paul Daniels, David Blaine, David Copperfield, they all rock up. And the fishermen go, right, we'll give you everything you want, mate. Food, women, song, place to stay. Just can you make the water a little bit less bouncy for us? So that's basically what they did for him. So it's an exchange, of skills. Storms and gales no longer afflicted the coast, and the waters now were calm and offered excellent fishing. But hang on a second, I got a question. When a wizard performs a spell, which usually is a short-term thing, it takes it out of them. They lose stamina. How drained are these wizards by having to make sure the waters are calm 24/7? Are they taking it in turns? Are they rotating shifts Nicodemus, it's your turn, mate. I've just finished a 9-hour shift. I'm knackered. I need to go eat some cod that they've lined up for me. Can you take over, please? Ah, yeah, no worries, mate. I'll sort you out. Like, is that how it's happening? Or are they just like, you know what I mean? Are they doing something else? Like, I don't know. Bit weird, man. With such rich pickings available to them and able to fish every day, the villagers could sell their excess catch to passing ships, to sell on to others along the coast who could not rely on such good harvests from the sea. The wizards let it be known that they would not take kindly to others coming in and stealing the fish from your home waters, and other folk were wise enough not to incur the wrath of the wizards. Well, they wouldn't need to steal them because the fisher folk are giving them away. You know, they'd be given to them. They don't need to steal them. So, the wizards were held in high esteem. Why, they even set up a magical beacon of light in the old lighthouse on Solani to protect ships approaching from the open sea. Come on, Yazzie, your turn, you old slut. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yastromo's just finished a shift. It's Nikki's turn. Recently, though, something has clearly gone wrong. A bad storm a week ago drowned all the men on board one fishing vessel. The first loss of people to the sea for some years. There have been rumours of a dead man being washed ashore from the wreck. They said that the corpse walked on the sands. Corpses don't tend to walk. And killed 2 goat herds before it was destroyed by fishermen. Then just last night a freak wave swept in along the shoreline and overwhelmed 2 more fishing boats, killing a dozen men. Excuse me, Mr. Wizards. People are dying out there because of the bloody waters. I thought you were keeping them calm. And they're all sat in there going, what's up, man? What's going on? It's the wizards' fault, surely. They're supposed to keep the waters calm. If people are dying because of rocky water, then it's go knocking on the wizard's door, isn't it? Yo, what's happening? Why is everybody dying? Something is wrong in Solani, and the livelihoods of many hundreds of people are threatened. Oh, I mean, I guess they'll just have to work it out how to fish in stormy weather like every other fucker. You know what I mean? Instead of taking the shortcut and getting the wizards to sort it out for them. You know, it's just proof that shortcuts don't work in life. You have to engineer the shit out of it, okay? to get ahead, right? That includes you. That includes you guys, okay? You're threatened by this weather. Although you have listened to seamen's tales, I'm skimming over that one, and you have longed for a life of adventure in the strange and wonderful lands they speak of, you still support your family by fishing with your father and your brothers. Ah, eh? Should we all go for a little fish down the mill pond? Big tsunami wave comes in, you know. Roger the cabin boy. Hey, you want to Roger a cabin boy, mate? That's up to you, mate. I don't know if his name's Roger or that's what's happening to him. I don't know. The elders of the villages met and decided that a group of men must go to Solani in the strongest, stoutest boat the village could muster. The morning weather looked set fair, sunny and calm and beautiful summer's morning, with the gulls crying and swooping over the azure waters. Everyone aboard took a weapon and strapped on leather armor, uncertain what menaces Solani Island might present. So the wizards are on Solani Island. We're going to knock their door to say, yo, what's going on here? The boat made it halfway across the strait before a wave rose almost vertically upwards from a placid sea and smashed down over it. Anybody ever seen the film Perfect Storm? Think that, you know. Men were swept overboard. 2 were crushed as the single mast broke across their backs. Ouch. and the boat keeled over and soon sank. And you and your brother were on a door frame, and you saying, "I'll never let go," and he just sinks into the depths. You were swept into the raging current of the now boiling sea, desperately holding your breath to stop yourself from drowning. You struggled against an inexorable force that was dragging you down, and your eyes saw only red before them as your heartbeat thumped in your ears. Are we drowning here? You couldn't hold your breath any longer, and you passed out. As you passed out, you knew you were going to die. It kills you before the game begins. And you woke up, lying on the shore and coughing brine from your sodden lungs. Mercifully, most of what you carried seems to be with you, and your food, all 12 meals of it, wrapped in waterproof cloth. Waterproof cloth. Titan is a planet in another galaxy, far, far away, probably millions of years ago, and yet they've got waterproof cloth. Still looks fit to eat. Barely fit to eat, a week old. Checking by the sun, you guess that you've been washed up on the western coast of Solani Island. You can't see anyone else along the beach. Perhaps you are the only survivor of the wreck. Now it is up to you alone to solve the mystery of Solani and discover what terrible fate has befallen the wizards. Well, hang on. Who says they have befallen a fate? They might just have gone on holiday. Like, they deserve a day off, you know. Who knows? We'll see. So, yeah. Washed up on the beach, guys. Here we go. This is it, guys. We've washed up on the beach. We had a hell of a night. We almost drowned. And that is what we're presented with. I have no idea what that is. What are we looking at in that picture? Is that a person rotting? Weird. Look for Mungo. Mungo lives matter. Oh dear. Summoning what strength you have left, you get painfully to your feet and walk along the shoreline, looking... Oh, the timer. Time stats now, boys. Looking for love. Where were we? Looking for anything washed ashore from your ship. You're almost ready to abandon the effort when you spot a ragged figure lying face down in the sand. You trip over a seashell. Your adventure ends here. You rush over to see if you can help the man and turn his body over. That's the mangled picture we saw. Suddenly, oh, you recognize him. He was the navigator. Hey? Navigator didn't do too well. Suddenly, his muscles are twitching. The dead eyes open, and his hands claw at your throat. His corpse has been animated by some fell magic, it is. And you will have to fight for your life. Guys, our first fight, straight off the bat, sea zombie. A sea zombie. Skill of 7, stamina of 7. We've got a skill of 10. No, we haven't got a shield. We've got a skill of 9. And we've got to do some didgery-pokery with the rolling, so... I know, first paragraph, you're fighting your navigator friend, who is now a sea zombie. So, we've got 9, he's got 6. He has to minus 3 off his dice roll. So, he rolled an 8, minus 3 is 5. We've rolled a 4, so we lose 1 point. Not a good start. Well, obviously we don't have to do that other dice roll thing because we didn't win that attack round. He did. So, here we go again. I think we're going to die here, guys. I think we're going to die on the first page. That will make Fighting Fantasy history if we die during this fight. Well, we know it won't be from double ones or double sixes. Okay, we got a 10. Here we go. He got a 7. Minus 3 is 4. We got a 10. 6. He's down to 1. Oh, no, shit. Hang on. No. We've got to do the dice roll. So, 6 is up for grabs, guys. If we get a 5 or a 6 with this dice roll, he loses 6 stamina. If we roll 1 to 4, he only loses 1. He's only lost 1 stamina point. He's now got 6 stamina points. Still, we've got double that, so I feel like we're okay. We've got the better skill, the better stamina. We should be okay. We should be okay. Here we go. He's taking... Oh, fuck. I wish... Now, look at that. Now we bloody roll a double 6, isn't it? That's a double 6, in case you can't tell. Let me move the dice out of the corner. So, yeah. So we got a 12. He's got a 9, which is a 6. But we have to roll to see if we can actually... So, 9... So, yeah, he got a 9, which is a 6. We got... So, again, 6 is up for grabs. But we got to see if we get to, you know, remove that 6. If we get a 5 or a 6, he's dead. If we get 1 to 4, he's just lost 1. Boom! He's dead. That was a 6. Oh, yeah, baby. If you win, yeah, we killed our friend. You clamber up the sandy incline in order to get a better view around you. You notice some driftwood and planks being washed up by the tide from the northeast, although you saw no wreck when your boat sailed towards the bay. To your east is an expanse of barren, high moorland with jagged, rocky outcrops scattered here and there. To the south, a fair expanse of woodland, starting in the near distance, extends well into the centre of the island and towards a western promontory. Is that another made-up word of Keith's? On the eastern edge of the woods, a hillock rises. It would certainly make a good vantage point for looking around the island. Lastly, just to the north of east, across the moorland, you can make out a white tower of a lighthouse. So, where do you want to go, guys? There's 5 different options here. You can either go northeast along the coastline, that's 1. You can go south towards the woodland, so you can stick to the coastline, or you can go to the woodland. That's 2 options. You can head east to the moorland, okay? It's so complicated. Southeast towards the hillock, or towards the lighthouse, guys. Just stay dead. Yeah, he's a zombie, man. He ain't gonna come back to life after we kill him. Right, we got 5 choices here, guys. We can go to a lighthouse. We can go to the hillock. We can go to the moorlands, okay? We can go to the woodland. And we can go to the coastline. Okay? Which one do you want to do? Which one do you want to do? Coastline, woodland, hillock, moorland, or lighthouse? Okay? Nobody wants to put it down, I bet. Spellsinger says follow the coastline. Okay. It's northeast along the coastline. You stride along the slowly ascending line of the cliff through scrub grass and thick-leaved plants that are hardy enough to resist the heat and the salt spray which whips in from the bay. Soon you can see the wreck of a middling-sized rowing boat lying on some rocks just off the shoreline. This island is dangerous. Some distance below you. You guess it may have come from your ship. Oh, okay. And could have well have some supplies in it. You might have, yeah. A steep pebble path leads down the cliff face. Maybe get some gear. I mean, it sounds like we're about to get some, yeah. So you can walk down the path to get to the wreck. You can veer off to the east and into the main moorland. So it's given us an opportunity to head to the moorland, or we can head towards the light. So basically, do you want to go to the shipwreck or not, is the question. If you don't want to go to the shipwreck, we can go to the moorland or the lighthouse. But if you do want to go to the shipwreck, we can walk down a path to find it, to get to it. You know what I mean. Loot a ship. There you go. Investigate the wreck. Everyone's on board. Let's go. Maybe we'll find our journal that we left. Clambering down the precipitous, these words, man, I tell you, path, when wading and swimming out of the wreck while avoiding getting snagged by the sharp rocks, take some ability. Test your skill. Oh shit. Well, we got a skill of 10, so we should be alright. Here we go. 10. Fuck. Isn't it like 10 or... That's a win, isn't it? We've got a skill of 10. And we've rolled a 10. Isn't it like... It's 10 or above, isn't it? I don't know. Let me see what it says with luck. I'm beginning to think that that was actually unlucky. Testing your skill. Oh, it tells us specifically. Sometimes you'll be instructed to test your skill. When this happens, when you're trying to achieve something and you are uncertain of success, however skillful you are, test your skill by rolling 2 dice and adding the scores together. If the total rolled is less than or equal to, okay, equal to and less is the way of the force. So we are successful. You negotiate these obstacles without harm. You do make it to the wreck. Your little boat has been broken by some rocks that jut out above the gentle waves of the incoming tide. The water is so clear that you can see some objects lying scattered on the sand, some 8 meters or so below. And you can see a small chest, a fishing net, and a large glass bottle, as well as a shark coming! If you decide not to dive from the wreck, so we can dive down to the wreck. Do you guys want to dive down to the wreck or not dive down to the wreck? What do you want to do, guys? Dive. If you want to dive, decide which object or objects you want to dive for and in what order. It's so complicated, man. You get only 1 chance per item, okay? Well, what are the items? Is there a list or something? Because it just says... Oh, it said it, sorry. A large glass bottle, a fishing net, and a small chest. So, chest, net, bottle are 3 items. We can dive down. We have 1 chance per item. And you determine whether your dives are successful or not by this way. Each time you dive, roll your dice and total the numbers rolled. If the total is less to or... So we just... Oh. If the total is less than or equal to your current stamina... If you had a stamina of 24, it's always going to be less than. So, that's a bit... You've been successful and you may retrieve the item you dived for. If the total exceeds your current stamina, which it never will, you have failed and you don't get the object you dived for. For your second dive, you must add 2 to the number rolled by the 4 dice, and for your third and final dive, you must add 4 to the total rolled. So it gets harder. I think we'll still be okay, you know. After determining the success or failure of your... I mean, we don't need to roll the dice for the first one, because we've got a stamina of 14. We're successful, you know. The top end is a 12, so we're successful. We get the chest, I think it is. So we bring up the chest as our first one, but now I have to add 2 to the attempts on the what was the second item? The nets. So we've got to add a 2 to the nets, and this time I will have to roll, because adding 2 could bring it up to 14 if we roll the double 6. So here we go. No, we can't dive like Brian Blessed. Dive! No, we can't do it multiple times, Roadster. Okay, here we go. So we got to add 2 to the score. 7, 8, 9. We still are successful. We get the nets is in our possession now, filling up our backpack. Remember, we only have 7 spaces. We only have Kevin Spacey's 7 spaces in the backpack. Okay, so we've got 2 with the chest and the nets. Now we have to add 4 to this dice roll for the bottle. This one is the most important, because this will allow us to get potions to help us. Okay, here we go. So adding 4 to 7 is 11, I believe. So that is still good. We've got the bottle. Quid's in, guys. We did it. So there we go. After determining the success or failure of your diving exploit, move on. Basically, that's it. Make sure I got the page number right. Okay. You are just coming back to the surface after your last dive when a pair of rubbery tentacles rises from the water and a jet of filthy blue-black gunk is squirted towards your face by a squirting octopus. Do you remember that one? Squirting octopus. You must test your luck. We got a luck of 10. We didn't test our luck before, did we? So we might be okay with this. We might be okay. You wasn't paying attention, mate. Don't we roll 4 dice here? Why would we roll 4 dice for testing our luck? That's a bit weird, mate. Whoa! Double 1. You can't see. Man, I'm going to have to nuke this little overlay, because you can't see the dice half the time. So we got a double 1, so that's lucky for us. You know. What does that mean? If you are lucky, the gunk misses you. Boom. For the stamina check. What stamina check? Ram Street, mate. What are you smoking? You want to pass it around, mate? Yeah, so the black spunk misses us. Lovely. If you're having a fishing net and you want to use it, do you guys want to break out the net that we've just got? That's what she said. Oh. Squirting octopusy. Yeah, basically, isn't it? Rubbery testicles. Use Kevin Spacey from our pack. Oh, Oh, my life. So, yeah, we've got a net in our backpack. In one of the Kevin spaces. We've got 7 spaces. So, yeah, you want to get the net out. Okay, let's get the net out. We are fishermen, aren't we? We know how to use it. If you have a fishing net and you want to use it. Yeah, definitely. Let's break out the hairnet. Let's go. If you have not been struck in the face by the gunk squirted at you, you can throw the net and partially snare the octopus. Subtract 2 points from its attack strength when you have to fight it. If you were splashed by the gunk, your vision isn't good enough to throw the net effectively, and you automatically will miss. So we get to subtract 2 points from its attack strength. Is that the initial attack strength, or just every round? I guess if the net's on him, it's every round, I guess. In either case, turn to 77 to fight the monster. Guys, we're fighting another monster. We're getting hammered here. It's the old squirting octopus. He lashes at your face and limbs with its adhesive grey-green suckered tentacles. And while the teeth in its back may be small, they are razor sharp. And there are scores of them. Now, we haven't got a shield, so we -1 off our skill. He's got a hairnet on him, so he minuses 2 off his skill. He has a skill of 7, so he's got 5, we've got 9. There's so many things you've got to bloody, honestly, keep up with on this. So complicated for a 12-year-old. Okay, so we're 9, he's 5, okay? So that's a difference of 4. Let's go. So he's rolled a 3, which ain't very good. If we have to subtract... I've forgotten already, mate. I've forgotten already. We've got 9. He's got 5. That's 4 difference. Sorry, 4 difference. Okay. So he's on a -1, I believe. And we're on a 7, sorry. A 7. So we won that round. And we're potentially going to beat him by 8 points, which would bring him down to 1. But we have to do, because we haven't got a sword, we have to do a roll of a shield. So we've got a shield or a sword. I can't remember why we're doing this now, but we didn't make it. We rolled a 3, so he's only lost 1 point. 8 he's on now. Is it because we haven't got a shield, isn't it? I thought that we deduct 2 points for that. Oh, well, no, it's we're using our little knife. That's why. Okay, I remember now. I'll wake up, guys. Use Kevin Spacey as a shield. Hey, he's been exonerated, mate. He's back in the business with the filming, with the films. You know, he's back. Okay, here we go. Shit. Yeah. So Squiddy rolled an 11. Shit. He has to -2, which is a 9. We've got a 5, and he's got a 9. I mean, we lose 4 stamina points, isn't it? He doesn't have to roll for anything like that. He automatically inflicts his damage. We're still scabbing with a bloody penknife, trying to fight with a little penknife, meaning our dice rolls are getting massively altered because we haven't got a sword or a shield. Rules lawyer says we were supposed to roll 4 dice when we were diving off the shipwreck. No, we weren't. It didn't say roll 4 dice. It said roll 2 dice. and add 4 to your score. Okay, here we go again. But we do have Kevin Spacey. We've actually only got 4 slots left in our backpack. So, 4 spaces left. So, Horse Spacey is what we've got. Not 7 Spacey. Okay. I feel like I've been smoking dope is what I feel like reading this book, and it's complicated bloody mechanics. I feel like I'm smoking dope. And I haven't even smoked dope. I haven't done any type of drugs except for my medication. That's it. Right. What am I doing? Right. We're still in a battle. Stamina is 8. We've got 9. He's got 5. Okay. He's minusing 4. So he rolled a 7. He's got a 3. We rolled a 7. So we have a possibility of inflicting 4 points of damage here if we can roll a 5 or a 6. Boom! How many points of damage did I say? 4. So from 8 down is 4. 4 points left to step. This squirty octopus has got 4 points of damage left. Wait, I should not be operating heavy. I can't even speak. I should not be operating heavy machinery today. Julia, 4 more. Oh, I feel I know I do. Is something happening on planet Earth? Honestly. Right. So we rolled a 7. I've got to deduct. I haven't been minus. So hang on a second. We've got a 9. What does that mean? 7. He's got a 7 as well. I forgot. 4. Yeah, he has because of all this confusion. They have to remove 4 points off their dice roll. So he's down to 3. So we won that round again by 4 again for some strange reason. But only if we bloody roll a 5 or a 6. Fucking hell, this book. Cockeyed. That is literally cockeyed. 2. So he's now down to 3 stamina. Dragging it out, man. Fucking 2 fat ladies. So the next round. Fuck it, is it? 4 minutes to go. He rolled a double 6, which would kill us, but we've got 4 minutes to go on that, so we're okay. Alright? So he's got a -4 off his 12, which is 8. We rolled an 8, so fucking nothing happens on that round. And we're 4 minutes away from that rule coming into effect, so we've made it on that one. What's that? 8 and a 7. We rolled a 7. He's got a -4 off his 8. He's got 4. We've got 7. That's a 3 difference. So we won that round. And we can score this. I think this will kill him if we get a 5 or a 6. He will die if I roll 5 or 6 now. Yes! He's dead! Hey! Fucking hell. Yeah, we'll retrieve our net. If you have required a chest from your diving, turn to this page. Okay. What has that got to do with killing this thing now? You force open the lid of the black wooden chests that you got from the diving. It contains no mountains. What? It contains no mountains of pearls or piles of gold doubloons. Doubloons? Doubloons? Isn't that from the Goonies film? The doubloons? But what it has may be more valuable to you. You find a pot of thick glue. Don't forget to return Kevin Spacey to our backpack. Hey, Spellsinger's got it hard for Spacey, don't you think? A sword and a small pouch with a few gold pieces in it. In fact, we've got 6 gold pieces in our possession. Lovely. Goonies never say die. Exactly. I am a Goonie. If you've also salvaged a bottle, then turn to this page. I mean, it's just taking me to pages based off what we've picked up. It's not really a decision to be made. The bottle contains almost half a litre of best quality olive oil. You've no immediate use for it, but you have a sneaking feeling that it may come in useful when it's time to do a stir fry sometime in the future. Olive oil. Our bottle contains olive oil, okay? A bottle of olive oil. So if anybody wants a steak, I could fry you one up with the olive oil, okay? So that's that. We've got that going for us, guys. We've got that going for us. You're already taking that home. Bathe Kevin Spacey in the olive oil. Mate, you're going to get him sent to court again. Talking like that. Okay. Where the hell am I? So you wade back to land. We're back on the land now. But where will you go? You can head to the moorland. You can head to the lighthouse, the woodland, or the hill in the middle of the island. Which one do you want to do, guys? Do you want to go to the moorland, the lighthouse, the woodland, or the hill? Hill, wood, light, or moor? More lights, wood, hill. Okay. Lighthouse. Jeff says we're going to the lighthouse. Let's go. I have a feeling we're collecting items that we need to complete the book here. Does anybody else get that feeling? You set off towards the lighthouse and soon find yourself standing before a sturdy door, slightly open, at the base of a white stone tower with a glass cupola on the top. I think Keith's just making up these words now. Cupola? The hell does that mean? No light is visible within the glass, and everything behind the door is pitch black. Ooh. Now you're close to the cliff top. You can see that a small sailing ship has been wrecked down in the bay just to the east of you. The disappearance of the magical light from the lighthouse has already claimed a victim. A rowing boat has been smashed on the rocks a short distance from the main vessel. Angry waves break over the headland below, and spray is whipped in by fierce east wind. The door of the lighthouse is hanging open, and it periodically bangs in the breeze. Drawing closer, you gain a distinct impression of cold and evil lurking in the darkness beyond. Good call. Spacey will be the end boss. We can use the lighthouse mirror as a shield, can we? Will it allow us to do that? So do you want to open the door and investigate inside the lighthouse? Or do you want to... we've already seen the wreck, so don't have to do that. So do you want to go open the door and investigate the lighthouse? Or do you want to leave the area and find somewhere else to visit? Open up, son. Are you talking to Kevin Spacey again? Like, hey? Is that, say, open the door? Yeah, open up, son. That's open the door, innit? Okay. We need to get off this bloody Spacey train. Holy shit. Oh my god. I think we just come across Harvey Weinstein in the book. What the fuck is that? It's like a spider with a million hands and a human face. Just randomly thrown in. You peer... I hope that's not on our page. I think it is. You peer through the open door into a circular room at the base of the lighthouse. Fortunately, just enough light is filtering down from the dome into the gloom to make general outlines just visible. Simple plain stone steps cut in a spiral staircase lead upwards, while a wooden trapdoor shows that there is something below ground level. There is also a repulsive monster slobbering and drooling in the half dark here. Kevin? It looks like an obese, slime-dribbling giant maggot with several sets of human arms protruding from its segmented body, and its head has the vestiges of human features. It is Harvey Weinstein. With a vile shudder, the slime worm expels a great gobbet of evil-smelling muck at you. Then it squirms towards you, lunging with its surprisingly hard nails outstretched and extending the suckered, bony plates of its slobbering mouth. You may be able to evade combat here. So do you want to attack... Eat a meal, mate, in the middle of a battle? I don't think so. Do you want to attack the slime worm, try to dodge the monster, and run up the stairs? Fuck it, there's always about 10 different choices in this book. Do you want to run away and... No, we don't want to go to the wreck. So, okay, we can either attack the slime worm, dodge the monster, and run up the stairs, or we can run out the door and go somewhere else to visit. What do you want to do? Dodge the abomination. So that means running upstairs. Okay. Here we go. Unfortunately, you slip in a pool of the horror's slime as you make a dash for the stairs. You fall heavily and the slime worm sprays filthy acid liquid over you. Deduct 3 points of stamina. We're down to 7, guys. Up the apples and pears. I might want to eat some apples and pears when we're at the top of these stairs. Right. So now will you attack the slime worm? Or will you run away from here and find somewhere else to visit? How the fuck are you going to do that, mate? Jump out the window? Like... You've run up the stairs to the top of the lighthouse. It's still asking you, do you want to go somewhere else to look? Like, yeah, we'll just jump over the railing, you know, of the tall lighthouse, break both our legs, and just scamper off down the beach. So what do you want to do? Attack the slime worm? Or, I mean, it even says here, flee from here and run down to the wreck. I mean, that would be more logical, jumping in the ocean down to the wreck, but anyway. Do you guys want to attack the slime worm, or do you want to run away by jumping off the balcony? Is the only option, surely. Call Batman with lights. Do do do. What are you waiting for? Hit the signal. Do do do. Throw Kev out first so we land on him. Mate, you land on him, you might land on something else, you know what I'm saying? You might be landing on a pogo stick. So what are we doing, guys? Oh, fucking hell. I've just glanced at the other page on the other side of the, you know, the other side here, And there's fucking two-headed lizard man in this book. A two-headed lizard man. I mean, this book is mental. So Jeff is saying jump over the railing, land on the beach, and run off somewhere else to visit. Is that what you're saying, mate? Let's run. Okay, we'll run away from here by the only way possible. You head back across the moorland like nothing happened. Across the center of the island and eventually find shelter below a rocky outcrop. It's beginning to grow late. You need to rest. You need to eat food and sleep. You must eat a meal here, which means we lose one meal but we don't gain any stamina. Drawing your blanket over you, you manage some restless sleep during a warm night. Regain 2 lost stamina points. And we're back up to 9. In the morning, you must eat a meal. Fucking hell, that's another meal gone. And we don't gain stamina for that. So, whenever it tells us to. Jesus, it's fattening us up. And it says here, roll 1 die. For whatever reason. We rolled a 3, mate. What does that mean? If you roll an odd number, yes, we did. It's a bit weird. Can we eat another meal? I mean, I would say so. You guys have got 10 meals. You can do what you want with them. So, do you want to have a meal, guys? Before I... Because it says here, you are fortunate. As you get up and shake the grass off your blanket, you spot a nest of large eggs nearby. Raw eggs may not be ideal as food, but they're nutritious and there are enough here for 2 meals. Add them to your meal list. Well, I'll add 1 because you guys are telling me to eat a meal, so I'll add one of the 2 we found because we have a nice little fry-up of eggs, you know? And it says gain 1 luck point, so we're back up to 10 on the Luckster scale. And Daddy gets a cookie. Here we go. Gone off cookie. It's chocolate chip. Look how gorgeous that is. Oh, I love a good chocolate chip cookie. Look at that. And it just falls away. Look at that. Just it's like a wet one. It's not crispy hard. It's soft. Mmm. Not fresh, mind you, but yeah, it doesn't taste off. Only 7 days out of date. It's limp, yeah. It's a limp cookie. If I do that, it will slowly go down. Look. Or maybe not. It should do, to be honest. If I hold it like that, it should limp. Oh, fuck, it dropped. Make seductive noises. Spell singer, mate, what are you doing? I feel like you're trying to get me to get you somewhere. Oh, spell singer. Oh. Oh. It landed in my lap. So, we're okay. Eating a cookie and getting spell singer off. Just a normal Sunday. Right. Are those the noises you wanted to hear? Oh. Oh. Oh, that. I don't have seductive noises, by the way, because I don't use noise to seduce somebody. I'm the seduction. Right. That was a scrumdiddly-umptious meal, by the way. That's it. That's it, Adam. What a tease. Now I've got a lot of mess to clean up. Right. Gain 1 luck point. There we go. We're done. We're done. Happy ending. We're all good. The weather is worsening, though. The skies are a leaden grey and the sea is getting choppy as a wind begins to build. It's coming in from the eastern seaboard because the wizards aren't about. Where will you go now? East towards the stone building? What stone building? Like, I don't remember saying anything about stone building. Did you guy eat a banana? I haven't got any bananas, mate. Sorry. You know, I've got a furry testicle, though. This is the wrong bloody what's the word? Media channel? I don't know. The weather's worsening. The skies are getting choppy. I've lost me train of thought. So, do you want to go to a stone building? Do you want to go to the woodlands? Do you want to head for the hill? It even says you can go back to the lighthouse if you want, but I think we'll not go back to the lighthouse. So, yeah, stone building, woodlands, central hillock. Which one do you want to do? Spell says stone building. Let's get stoned. Not a good idea with me. A stone monastery stands behind a thicket of heavy tanglebriar in front of you. As you approach the tunnel-like passage through the forbidding plant barrier, the thorned and heavily barked branches of the plants lash out to strike you. So I kind of feel like this little stone building is more in a forest than like it's away from the beach, you know? It says here the forbidding plant barrier, heavily barked branches of the plants lash out to strike at you. If you have green cream, which we don't, so we never found green cream, whatever the hell. If you have no cream, you can risk forcing a way through the vegetation or leave here and go somewhere else to investigate. Are we going to continue towards the stone building, guys? Are we going to force our way through? Push on through. Is that what you're saying? Are we going to, like, either hack our way through or part and push through? Push through. Let's risk forcing a way through, yeah. Here we go. You do your best to fend off the attacks of the Tanglebriar as you push your way through to the monastery. I never gave us 4 stamina points before, by the way. Let me just do that real quick. We're on 14. It does say you must lose 3 stamina points through scratches and lashes, so we're down to 11. I forgot to add that stamina point from the meal and deduct it. Oh no, I didn't. I already did deduct it, yeah. But then you succeed in getting close to the front door of the monastery, which is slightly ajar. There doesn't seem to be any other entrance to the building. Roll 2 dice. We got a 5. Add the numbers rolled. I just did. Is it less than or equal to your presence score? It is less than our presence score. First time that came into effect. How come it never came into effect with any of the things we fought? I would have thought somebody with a big presence would affect, you know, creatures. You sense something evil lurking behind the door. Do you want to leave this monastery and head elsewhere? Or would you prefer to attack whatever is behind the door? You can surprise it by slamming the door into its body and then fighting it. Oh, that's a cool trick. And then you go after it. And you can subtract 2 points from stamina. So, if we fight it and slam the door in its face first, it loses 2 points of stamina. So, send Spacey in. Doesn't offer me that, mate. Not as a choice. So we can either just leave the monastery, or we can attack this whatever it is. You know, it's probably Kevin Spacey behind the door. Do you want to attack or do you want to leave, guys? What shall we do? Play a little tune while we wait. You know, I think this is my 4th bottle today. Drinking so much water. Slam the door in its face, then fight it. Let's go. Here we go. Spellsinger's on one. He's like, let's attack this fucker. We'll surprise it by slamming the door into its body and then fighting it. It loses 2 points of stamina straight away, by the way. Oh, fuck yeah. In the doorway crouches the residue of a monk, still dressed in a simple brown robe of his monastic order, while the slack-jawed grin and mouldering flesh tell you that you're facing a zombie monk. This creature retains some of the weaponless combat discipline the monk trained with during his years of life, an agility and strength unknown in ordinary zombies that confront you, as purple-yellow atrophying hands flash through the air to strike you down. So, but it's got a skill of 9 and a stamina of 7, but it does lose 2 because we jammed it in the face. So it's down to 5 points of stamina. Now its skill, says here, is 9, which is what we have, because we have a 9, because we have no sword, or we're still using our bloody toothpick to fight with, because we haven't found a sword yet, for some reason. So it's even Stevens with the dice rolls, guys. But if we do win the attack round, we have to roll another dice to see how much points of damage he takes. Apologise and say Kev told us to do it. Oh, sorry, mates. Didn't realise this was your stone building, sir. Here we go. By the way, it's in effect now, by the way. The old double 1, double 6. So we rolled a 6 and he rolled an 8. So he's beat us by 2. We're down to 9 points of stamina. I have a feeling we're going to be joining Zombie Monk in his life after death. Here we go. So he rolled a 7, we rolled a 7, nothing happens. So that was a good fun round, wasn't it? Nothing happens. Doesn't give you any special rules or anything for this. So we rolled a 5 and he's rolled an 8. That's 3 difference. We're now down to 6 stamina. We have the same amount of stamina. Oh no, we don't. Yeah, we still got one more stamina point than the monk has. The monk's on 5 stamina. Good luck, everyone. Yeah. Good luck, I'd say, mate. Good luck. Right, so he rolled a 10 and we've rolled a 7. That's 3. We're down to 3 points of stamina, guys. This is going to be a do or die moment here. You can't see that 2 that much, but it is a 2. I'm loving the little emojis that you're putting in there. The emotes, rather. Okay, this could be our final battle. 6, and he's rolled a 7. So we lose 1 point. We're down to 2. He's dragging it out now. He's dragging it out. This monk knows how to handle his men. I'm telling you. He's still there. He might have been monking it during his life. It feels like this whole island is just zombified. Just nuke it. Forget it. Tell the villagers just to move upstream where it's not as windy, you know. Ah, 10-10. Both rolled a 10. We 10-10. How does that one happen? You're back, mate. You're about to witness our death, mate. We're down to 2 stamina points. We're fighting a zombie monk who has an equal amount of skill as us. So it's down to the dice, and the double 6-1 is in effect. So 5, and we rolled an 8. Thank God, man. We rolled 8 and 5. That's 3, but that only applies if we roll a 5 or a 6 now. If we don't roll 5 or 6, he's only lost 1 point. As he's only just lost 1 point. So he's now down to 4. He's got double the stamina of us. Yeah, we're in a worse way than the zombie monk. Imagine saying that in life. Whack a monk. Yeah. Oh, shit. Oh, 8 and 11. That's good. That's better. 8, 9, 10, 11. That's still 3 points away. 9, 10, 11. But that only counts if we roll a 5 or a 6. 5! Yes! Okay, so that's 4 Mr. Zombie Monk is down to, isn't it? So we're still fighting. We're still... Shit. Lost me dice. Believe in Spacey. So 4... Yeah. Here we go. So they've rolled an 11, and we've rolled a 5. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10... 11, that's 6 difference. 6 points of difference. That's it, boys. Game over. We died. It killed us. The zombie monk has done us in. It's game over, boys. Pack it up. We're going home. Game over. Unbelievable. Good news is, though, I can go for a week. That's the good news. Dead. Fucking dead. Carry on, Kevin Spacey, skill 9. I swear Spellsinger's been drinking. Right. Every time we die, I've got a new theme. A new theme, guys. I'm going to read from the Bible every time we die. I feel like it's appropriate. Got the Bible here in case anybody doesn't think I'm actually going to read. We're just going to open her up at any passage. Like that. So we're reading Songs of Solomon, number 6. And it says, Whither is thy beloved gone? That's quite appropriate. O thou farest aside, that we may seek him with thee. So take that home with you guys. Wise words from Solomon. Whither is thy beloved gone, O thou fairest among women? Whither is thy beloved turned aside, that we may seek him with thee? Obviously, isn't it? Don't know what that meant, but I think it was quite appropriate. You better get on with that patio. Yeah, that's it. You can tell. Oh, hang on, wait. Was you spell singer? Somebody was telling the missus that they had a patio or something. Yeah. Anyway, that's it, guys, for this week. Either next week or in 3 weeks' time, I'll be playing through the sorcery solo ones for the members' pleasure. And then, of course, in 2 weeks' time, what is the book in 2 weeks' time, guys? Let's see if you guys can beat me to it. What are we reading in 2 weeks' time? Night Dragon! That's the next one, Night Dragon. The book looks very similar to this one. It's yellow writing and a load of pictures on it. So let me set up the stream before we go for that one, and then I'll post the link in like I always do to you. Give me a second and I'll be right back. I'm still here though. I'm still here. Go live. Schedule the stream. Schedule the scream. And create a new one, I think. Yeah. And it's called Night Dragon. I feel like that's a song title. Night Train. And that's what I'm thinking of. Night Dragon. I'm talking about the Night Dragon. He's coming for you. Tags. I'll just put a Livingston, I think. And thumbnail. Gotta have the Night Dragon in. Playlist. That's the Fight Fantasy Live one. Okay. That just broke off. Just broke my printer. Should be alright. Next. Live chat replay. Yes, but it never works. So, you know, whatever. And public. And that's in 2 weeks' time. So that is the 13th of July. Daddy's better check the papers here. Oh, what's going on here? Money's got on my account. Mom just sent me 20 quid. Don't know what for. Anyway. In my diary, I've got nothing on the 13th, so I think we're fine. Why did my mom just send me? Right, I'll address that. Anyway, so yeah, sorry, I'm sorting out me. Done. July the 13th, 10 a.m. Does that work for everybody? Is that all right? Is that good for you guys? I mean, that's what it is. So if it isn't, then missing out. So that's done. Now I've got to go find it and drop it in the chat. Thanks. I spy some Star Wars VHSs. Probably them ones there, don't you? Man, you got good vision because it's bloody covered by the bloody dice. You got bloody good vision there. Oh, timer. I didn't even see how long we lasted. Shit. Where is the dice? Remove the dice. There you go. There's no other ones, is there? Because all the other ones are way over there. You can't see that. let me get the links so you guys can go and splash a like on it for when we go live. Where is it? Night Dragon. There it is. Okay, so it's all been made, guys. There you go. Click the link, go like it, get notified when I go live. I've put the first like on, and that way, yeah. And I'll drop this link in the chat of the Black Lobster in. I'll drop the link in there. Keep me company while I work. Oh, eh? Oh, kept me company. Right. Eh? I'm lost here. I think we lasted an hour. Yeah, it was just under an hour. It was just under an hour. So that's all right. I mean, Zombie Island by the looks of it, isn't it? I mean, I mean, it's very complicated. Adam's final thoughts. This book is very complicated. Like, there's so many stats you've got to keep in your head modifying all the time. But actually, I quite enjoyed the structure. Like, you're on an island. You've got plenty of choices. You've got a lot of freedom. Like, I think this is actually a really good book. You know, is it worth paying £70 for? I mean, to complete the set it is, I guess. But to play on its own, I enjoyed that book. That was a good one. I will get the new one out soon and swap them over. Put the Island of the Undead to sleep. But let me start this countdown because I actually do really need the toilet. So, where is? Oh, lost everything. Here it is. Right. So I will say thank you guys for everybody for showing up. But we got 3 minutes before we're gone completely. So let me just start that off first. So that's that done. Okay. And we'll have the dungeon back up. And yeah. Oh, there we go. Right. You killed us before I could get here. Leo M's in the house, mate. We got completely ransacked by a zombie monk. So, complicated or shit? I mean, that is the question. I don't think there is a shit book. There's no book here that I think is shit. It's just misunderstood. But I feel it's not like complicated as such. It's just a lot to ask the reader to keep an eye on or keep a track on. Remember, these were written for kids. Like 15-year-old kids, and it's like it's structured for an adult, you know, or maybe that's the other way around. Maybe it's actually written for adults but structured for kids, because it is quite complicated, to be honest. Some old people might not get it, you know. So yeah, the next one is in 2 weeks' time, which is the 13th of July. Either next week or the 20th, I will do my solo playthrough, continuing with the Seven Serpents. And I'm going to go do a food shop now, to be honest. Because I've got very little food in, and it's a beautiful day, I think, still. And I'm going to go and enjoy that. So I shall see everybody. Thank you all so much for turning up. I love you all. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Sorry, I've just seen, I've taken my thing off my microphone now, but I've just seen Rhymester. Are you going to put a figure model page on your Discord? No. The Black Lobster is pretty much the figure model channel, you know, on the Discord. Just let everybody know. Alright? And you're on Discord, sorry for the confusion. No worries. See you next time, guys. Bye.